How do you want to be remembered by your kids when you're no longer here? What kind of memories do you want them to have of you? I'm asking that question because I recently heard the story of a man who passed away, and his kids are not quite sure how to feel about it. They're not sure whether to be sad or whether to be happy. And the reason for that is because while he was alive, they never really had a relationship with him. And it wasn't because he wasn't physically present, because he was physically present. But that bond was never created. He never had a bond with his children because he never really prioritized them. He never put them first. He never took time to nurture the relationship. He was there physically, but he wasn't there emotionally. He wasn't there mentally. He wasn't there helping to shape their character and helping to build them up, their confidence. He wasn't there to help nurture and raise them and really deposit and impact the lives of his children. They felt that he prioritized his work and he prioritized his other family members, his brothers, his sisters, and his nieces and nephews. He put them first before his own kids. They felt like all his money and his resources were being given to extended family members while they were neglected. They felt like he was never around. He never spent time with them. He never took them anywhere. He never guided them through life. He never helped them in decision making. He was physically present, but emotionally wasn't there. His attention wasn't there. And so now he's gone, and they feel like they don't have this bond. They don't feel like he protected them while he was alive. They don't feel like he provided for them while he was alive. They don't feel like he really cared about them, because when they were going through things and challenges and things were happening to them, he wasn't there to help them navigate. He wasn't there to guide them through. He wasn't there to advise them. He never played his role as a father in their lives. And so now there's a dilemma. How do I feel about him no longer being here? He was never really there for me. He never really showed me love. I never really built a connection or a bond with him, so I don't even know how I feel. I don't know whether to be happy or sad that he's gone. This is how the kids feel now. To the point that they don't even know if they can write a tribute. What would I write in the tribute? If I say nice things about him, I'd be lying. I'd have to make things up just to make him look good. This is the dilemma the children are going through now. And this is sad. As a man, this is not what you want when you're gone. This is not how you want your kids to feel about you when you are no longer here. Please, men, listen to me. Because so many times we place other things above family and children. Our pursuit for money, for success, for notoriety, for status, we abandon and we sacrifice our family in the process. And then we become public successes and failures at home. Our wives can't stand us, our kids can't stand us. They don't know us, they don't have a relationship with us, they don't feel like we care about them because we don't spend time, we don't invest. We invest out externally, we invest our money externally, we invest into other people, into the nurturing of other people, into the nurturing and growing of businesses, into the nurturing and growing of our careers, but we neglect our own flesh and blood, our own families. And so this man is gone now, and the kids are kind of nonchalant about it because they don't know how to feel. On the one hand, yes, they're sad he's no longer here. They don't wish death upon him, but they don't feel devastated like, oh my God, this man that raised me, that was there for me, that had my back, that supported me. You mean he's no? They don't feel that way because they never had that kind of relationship with him. And I ask you this question, is that how you want to go out? Is that the kind of legacy you want to, because that's legacy in itself. Is that a kind of legacy and memory you want to leave behind when you're no longer here? I know it's not what I want. I want to have deposited so much into the lives of my kids and loved my kids so much and supported them so much and just been there and I'm not talking about just providing and giving them money. I'm talking about giving them my time, intentionally being there as a father, teaching them about life, teaching them about money, teaching them about relationships, building their self-confidence and self-esteem, letting them know they are somebody. depositing and investing in them in their growth, in the choices that they make, be it picking subjects for school, helping to even simple things like putting them in self-defense classes so that they can physically protect themselves and feel confident that if anybody was to challenge them physically, they can protect themselves. Active involvement. And the reason I'm passionate about that, and maybe I kind of go to the extreme, is because even from a personal level, I don't feel like I had that as a kid. And therefore, I feel like I'm kind of overcompensating, because I think I've mentioned in previous videos, there were key years in my life where my father wasn't physically there. And again, it's not a shade on him, but it's just the facts. From my early teens till sort of my early to mid-20s, he wasn't physically there. So nobody was playing that role of a father in my life. I lacked the leadership. I lacked the role model. I lacked the father figure. And therefore, it put me in a situation where I had to figure things out for myself. And I had to learn how to be a man by myself. And have I done okay? Yes, I've done okay. But could I have done better if I had the proper modeling in my life? Of course. My trajectory would have been much better than what it is. But that's neither here nor there. But the key thing is we can't repeat those same mistakes that our fathers made. We have to do better. And I'm intentional about doing better, because I want my kids to have great memories of me, so that when I'm no longer here, they remember the times we went for ice cream, that we went to the park and we went on family vacations, or we went to the restaurant as a family and just enjoyed each other's company. I want them to remember the times when they were sad and they were able to come to dad and talk to dad, and dad was able to comfort them and then advise them and remind them of who they are as a person. That's what I want. Those good memories. Yes, I'm going to leave material things behind, but more than material things, when you're no longer here, the material things isn't what's going to count. It's the memories that you leave behind. That's what's going to count. So they're going to remember the times when we were just hanging out and having a conversation and just talking, or just watching a movie together, watching X-Men together, watching Superman together, watching Spider-Man together, because my kids love sci-fi movies. Those are the memories that they're going to, and as they get older and older and they get to the age where they go into college and they need to pick a subject, or they get into the age where they're dating and I need to vet who they're dating, I'm going to be actively involved, and they're going to know dad had their back. Dad supported them. Dad was there. We could lean on dad. We could talk to dad. Dad supported us. And so when that time comes, when dad is no longer here, it's not going to be a question of, I don't know what to write in the tribute. They're going to have so many things to write. There won't be enough pages in the book to write it. That's what I want to leave behind. That's what I want to leave behind. And I ask you that question. Is that the kind of legacy you're going to leave behind? Are those the kind of memories you're going to leave behind for your kids? Or is it going to be a struggle for them to even find something nice to say about you? Just think about it.